Rachel Scott loved to draw. Her sketchbook overflowed with portraits and landscapes, a testament to her vibrant imagination. People knew her for her infectious laugh and the warmth she shared with everyone around her. On April 20th, 1999, she headed to Columbine High School like any other day. Classes, friends, laughter in the hallways. But by afternoon, everything changed. Columbine was a typical suburban high school, nestled in Littleton, Colorado. The students there worried about homework, prom dates, and college applications. Among them were seniors Harris and Dylan Klebold. On the surface, they seemed unremarkable, another part of the teenage tapestry. But beneath that facade, darkness brewed. Eric was bright, often charming, with a penchant for computers. Teachers noted his intelligence, but his peers sometimes perceived arrogance. Dylan, taller and quieter, leaned into creative writing, often channeling his feelings through words. Together, they formed an inseparable bond, navigating adolescence with shared interests in video games and music. Yet, deeper thoughts of anger simmered, often unnoticed by those around them. Imagine an ordinary lunch period, students gathering in the cafeteria, conversations blending into a lively hum. Suddenly, chaos erupted. Eric and Dylan, armed with guns and explosives, launched an assault against their peers. The library, once a sanctuary for study and solitude, turned into a scene of unspeakable horror. Within minutes, they killed 12 students and one teacher, leaving countless others injured and traumatized. Authorities scrambled to piece together the motivations behind this monstrous act. Initial reports painted a picture of bullying and isolation, but the truth was more complex. Eric and Dylan meticulously planned their attack for over a year. They documented their intentions in journals and on websites, leaving a haunting breadcrumb trail. Family and friends of the victims grappled with immeasurable loss. Rachel's family in particular had to confront the void left by her absence, her kindness, her dreams, all snuffed out in an instant. The community, too, struggled to comprehend the magnitude of the tragedy. How could two young men, known to many, commit such a heinous act? Investigators sifted through the aftermath, discovering evidence of the duo's intentions. Eric's writings revealed a desire for infamy, his words dripping with hatred for society. Dylan's entries echoed his partner's sentiments, though they also hinted at deeper personal struggles. Together, they formed a lethal combination. What went unnoticed? Did anyone see the warning signs? Teachers recalled instances of unsettling behavior, but nothing seemed to warrant immediate concern. Friends and classmates noticed changes, but attributed them to teenage angst. Authorities later argued that both Eric and Dylan exhibited classic warning signs of impending violence. Yet it remains unclear whether any intervention could have altered the tragic outcome. Eric's online postings foreshadowed their plans, a digital manifesto of destruction. Dylan's journal entries, filled with despair and anger, offered a glimpse into his troubled psyche. School counselors and parents occasionally intervened, but these efforts fell short, overshadowed by the pair's secrecy and deceit. In the days following the massacre, media coverage skyrocketed, thrusting Columbine into the national spotlight. The world watched in horror, grappling with the reality of school violence. Could this have been prevented? That question haunted everyone, lingering like a specter over discussions about gun control, mental health, and school safety. As the investigation unfolded, law enforcement discovered alarming omissions. In 1998, a year before the attack, a parent had informed the police about Eric's online threats. Yet the case stalled, lost amidst bureaucratic oversight. School administrators, too, faced scrutiny for failing to detect signs of impending danger. The community of Littleton united in grief, erecting memorials to honor the fallen. Rachel's family established the Rachel's Challenge program, dedicated to inspiring change through kindness and compassion. In the wake of tragedy, they sought to transform sorrow into something meaningful. Yet, amidst the mourning, unresolved questions persisted. How did Eric and Dylan acquire their weapons? Who aided them in their quest for destruction? It turned out several accomplices unwittingly assisted the pair, unaware of their sinister plans. Friends purchased firearms on their behalf, failing to question their intentions. What investigators found among Eric's belongings would change everything. We will get to that. But for now, the heartache of April 20th, 1999 remains etched in history, a day that should never have unfolded as it did. The echoes of Columbine reverberate still, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lie hidden in plain sight. In the weeks following the Columbine tragedy, investigators painstakingly reconstructed Eric and Dylan's every move leading up to April 20th, 1999. Detectives pored over journals, scrutinized video recordings, and analyzed digital footprints. They aimed to unravel the sequence of events that culminated in such devastation. But as they delved deeper, more unsettling truths emerged. The pair meticulously planned their assault, drawing intricate diagrams of the school and outlining their attack strategy. They acquired firearms through a network of unsuspecting acquaintances. Robin Anderson, a close friend, later admitted to purchasing guns at a gun show on their behalf, unaware of their deadly intentions. Others, too, facilitated their plans, leaving authorities questioning how easily the pair circumvented legal constraints. Eric and Dylan's preparation extended beyond firearms. Pipe bombs, fashioned from everyday materials, were crafted with alarming precision. The duo tested their explosives in secluded areas, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Investigators found bomb-making instructions among Eric's possessions, downloaded from online sources, a chilling precursor to the rampage they unleashed. Despite their meticulous planning, certain elements of their scheme went awry. Several bombs failed to detonate, sparing additional lives. But it was their digital footprint that perhaps offered the clearest insight into their minds. Eric's website, a disturbing blend of hate-filled rants and detailed plots, painted a portrait of a young man consumed by rage. Dylan's entries, though more introspective, echoed this darkness, revealing his intense feelings of alienation and despair. As investigators sifted through the evidence, contradictions in the narrative began to surface. Some witnesses described Eric as the dominant force, driving their joint venture. Others claimed Dylan harbored a deeper resentment, his quiet demeanor masking a profound internal struggle. These conflicting accounts only deepened the mystery, leaving investigators grappling with the true nature of their relationship. One of the most startling discoveries came from a videotape dubbed the Basement Tapes. In these recordings, Eric and Dylan outlined their motives, boasting about their plans and mocking potential victims. The tapes, deemed too disturbing for public release, offered a glimpse into their chilling mindset. Rewatching these segments, investigators noted the calmness with which they discussed their impending actions, a stark contrast to the chaos they would unleash. As the investigation progressed, a disturbing detail emerged. In 1998, a year before the massacre, authorities had been alerted to Eric's violent tendencies. A local resident, Brooks Brown, reported threats made by Eric online. Despite filing a report, the case languished, buried under bureaucratic inaction. This oversight, many argued, represented a pivotal missed opportunity to intervene before tragedy struck. The timeline of events revealed a chilling escalation of behavior. From petty thefts to firearms acquisition, each step brought Eric and Dylan closer to their final act. Friends and family members, interviewed extensively, provided fragments of insight. They described a gradual withdrawal, marked by increasingly erratic behavior. Yet few suspected the scale of what they were planning. As the puzzle pieces fell into place, a bigger reveal awaited. Investigators, combing through Eric's belongings, stumbled upon a diary entry that would change everything. In it, Eric detailed a previous attempt to carry out an attack months earlier. The plan was aborted due to logistical issues, but the revelation suggested two shocking truths. Their resolve was unwavering, and the massacre might have been even deadlier had their initial attempt succeeded. The impact of the Columbine shooting rippled across the nation, prompting intense debate and calls for change. School safety measures evolved, with institutions implementing lockdown drills and revising emergency protocols. The tragedy fueled discussions on gun control, mental health, and the internet's role in radicalization. Today, the legacy of Columbine continues to influence policies and perceptions. Rachel's Challenge, founded by Rachel Scott's family, champions kindness as a preventive measure against violence. Memorials stand in remembrance of the victims, a poignant reminder of lives cut tragically short. Yet, as time passes, haunting questions linger. Could the massacre have been prevented with more vigilant oversight? What other warning signs went unheeded? the answers remain elusive, leaving a shadow of uncertainty that persists. In the aftermath, Eric and Dylan's names became synonymous with the nightmare of school shootings. But amidst the chaos, a single, chilling question remains: how many more warning signs flicker unnoticed, waiting to ignite? Even now, the echoes of Columbine linger, casting long shadows over a world forever changed.